at Live-Love-Latch, and we've got Ann Stieg, and she is a representative from the office of Assemblywoman Hanna-Beth Jackson and Senator. And she's got a special presentation.
Well, thank you for having me here today. We really just wanted to come out and recognize the Breastfeeding Coalition of Ventura County and La Leche League for their outstanding commitment to help mothers and mothers-to-be with all aspects of breastfeeding in education and outreach and advocacy, and their efforts to help promote family-friendly workplaces. This is a wonderful event. So glad to see so many members of the community here. And again, from this Senator Hanna-Beth Jackson, we really appreciate your efforts and look forward to working with you to continue this great work.
Wonderful. And thank you so much. A great presentation. Ladies, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. And then if we could just have you receive this pin here, Ann.
Here, I will give you this.
Thank you.
And thank you guys very much for this. This is great.
We really appreciate the support that you guys are giving us.
It's wonderful.
I'm Bill DeFoi. We're back out here at Live-Love-Latch, and we've got Kari Aist with us. Tell us about the event today, Kari.
Well, this is an event that we do every year. It's actually the second year of this particular event, Live-Love-Latch, and it's part of World Breastfeeding Week. We're here celebrating breastfeeding in all its wonderful glory, and especially celebrating how important it is to have support in family and friends and the community. So that's really what's required for breastfeeding to be successful.
How important is breastfeeding for not only the baby but for the mother?
Oh, it's extremely important. I mean, we normally nurse as a species, right? And so breast milk is really specially geared to do exactly what is necessary to grow a very healthy baby optimally. Of course, human beings are resilient, and so we can survive on something other than breast milk, but breast milk is really optimal. And it helps the baby in so many ways, in terms of health, in terms of touch and closeness, so healthy mental and emotional development, as well as physical development. And the mother benefits hugely by the same token. And also, financially, it helps the family because, breastfeeding is more or less free. And, the whole sense of just bonding and togetherness that you get is amazing when you breastfeed. Of course, you can achieve all of that when you're not breastfeeding, but it's just like odds are stacked in your favor to make it easier if you go with the hormones and you go physically with what breastfeeding does for you. And it's just incredible.
I would imagine the nutrients for the baby is extremely important, from building up a child's immunity to other things that are going on with this newborn.
A baby grown on breast milk is down to the molecular level different and basically optimally developing than a baby who's not grown on breast milk. Like fundamentally, right down to the cellular level, there are changes that happen because of what's present in a baby's gut right from birth on. It's just fascinating how things are different, and you can see that as babies grow. Immunity is definitely boosted by having breast milk be the nourishment, and it goes back and forth. I mean, we could talk for hours about how fascinating it is how pathogens in the environment trigger responses in mom and baby that cause the mom's milk to be immune boost for a protection against all of those. Right. It's amazing. It's amazing. So.
Well, you touched on one key component, which I want to kind of go back and readdress a little bit, a bonding between a mom and a newborn.
Oh, it's amazing. Just the scent and the feel and the touch and the sound of a newborn at the breast, it really does trigger these emotional and hormonal responses, which hormones are kind of at the root of everything. And it can happen whether you're breastfeeding or not, but breastfeeding definitely triggers even more of that. And it brings in a strong milk supply, but it also creates this flow of prolactin and oxytocin that cause everything to just be wonderfully bonded and rosy and happy, as much as possibly can be.
And we've seen over the course of time, because we've seen lawsuits, with moms wanting to have a place to go breastfeed a child. Yeah. The society is becoming, at least in my opinion, more acceptable of a breastfeeding mom.
I think that there's been a lot of publicity regarding nursing in public and its importance, and how no one should ever be told to go eat in a bathroom, whether they're nursing, bottle feeding, an adult eating a meal, whatever. It used to be that happened. So now what we're seeing is that more and more people are realizing, hey, we just got to nurse our babies. But you still have a little pushback, and sometimes it's pushback from people who feel a little conflicted about it because of how they were raised, what they were taught. But overall, I think you're seeing a whole lot of support. And there are people who still feel fairly modest about how they want to nurse in public. So for instance, we have a nursing nook that we brought to show off here. We totally support people nursing anywhere at any time. But for those who need a little bit of quiet space or maybe want to go into something more secluded, we have a nursing nook that Breastfeeding Coalition here has created, where we can take it to events and offer that for people, and a changing table and a place to corral your toddlers who might be escaping while you're sitting down to nurse. It's pretty awesome.
So people wanting more information, I'm not going to let you get out of here with giving us some contact information.
Okay, let's see. Well, I represent Leche League for one. I'm a Leche League leader in the area, and I also am a director at large on the Breastfeeding Coalition on the board of directors. So I can tell you that you can find almost anything you want regarding breastfeeding on the in the Breastfeeding Resource Guide, which is on the Breastfeeding Coalition of Ventura County's website. So that's at www.breastfeedventura.org. So if you go there, you can find a breastfeeding resource directory, and there you will find my information and everyone else's information here practically. You can find lactation consultants in the area. You can find groups that meet to support breastfeeding. It's pretty amazing.
Well, breastfeeding is a natural, life-occurring event. Sometimes moms might have a little bit of difficulty getting their child to nurse.
And so that is why we feel, and especially this event celebrates the fact that support in the family, among friends, in the community, among the healthcare professionals, it's all so crucial. And so we really support that, and we have lots of resources around town. In fact, Ventura is remarkable for its bubble of breastfeeding support that is offered here. It's incredible. We have different classes and different free meetings and just all sorts of stuff. The Leche League has been around for a long time supporting this. I think we're kind of the grandmother organization, and we've been around since the 50s. So we have meetings in Ventura and in Ventura County that are free for anyone who wants to come and just kind of talk, find some support, get some answers. But we have a lot of other stuff too. I can't even tell you right now all of them, but you'll find them on the resource guide on the BCVC website. And it's rare that a person doesn't come across something where they need to connect with another group of people who have also breastfed, who can say, you know what, I had that happen too, it's perfectly normal. Or, oh, that's a problem, I can tell you where to go for some help, some people who are really competent and know what to do. So that's why we all need to band together. That's why we all need to be here celebrating breastfeeding and making this kind of event grow bigger and stronger.
Wonderful. Kari, thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm Bill DeFoi with the Heritage Media Group.
Thank you.